Damn, what happened to my glasses right here? Hold on. Oh god, let me oh wait, why did they turn like that every single time I did it? Alright, hold on, let me readjust my spectacles really quick. Much better. Alright, there we go. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to go. Hey everyone, Ryuuta here, Captain Oni Slayer, Metroidvania Souls-like specialist, inspiring game designer. Yeah, I'm not gonna save my life because we're not doing the slaying today. We're back to hitting the books, or more along the lines that we're actually like doing some review. We're gonna be reviewing the hell yeah, that stream scuff. Oh man. By the way, welcome to the stream, cool. So glad you can make it. So today, as you guys know, last week we finished the beginner lesson of Godot, so now we kind of have an idea of what stuff we can do in the engine, but there's still a lot we can, a lot more to learn. Hell, it's like we just barely scratched the surface. We just kind of like made a 2D coin collecting game. Let me actually show you guys, for those who weren't here last time, I'll show you guys what we made. By the way, to answer your question, hold on. What kind of games am I planning to make? So, there's two different game ideas I have. One is, I don't know if you've heard of the game, well, actually, I have like 3 game ideas now that I think about it. So, there's actually 3 different game ideas. So, one that I thought up a bit while ago, just kind of like as a small game to kind of like, you know, kind of get started with. I might actually revisit that idea too. So, it's a it's a Takanashi Kiara fan game, but mainly with her mascot, those KFP chickens. And my idea for the game is to be a 2D action platformer, or at least 2.5D. I don't know. Have you ever heard of this game called? This is a game that came out a very, very long time ago. It's a game called Prinny. Hey yo, Hololive fan. Hololive, what is that? Like, I've never heard of Hololive. Yeah, I kinda wanna do that. Be like, be doing this like, what? Hololive? What? But yeah, it's kinda like Hololive. One of the reasons kinda like I jumped into this rabbit hole. Though it's kinda like I was already streaming at the time. Though there was no face to the channel until I decided to get a face. But yeah, so there was like a game called Prinny that came out way back on the PSP. I can actually look that up really quick. But it had a pretty interesting gameplay where it was just basically a 2.5D game. Here, let me find it really quick. Oh, by the way, okay, so you definitely never heard of it, but if you've heard of a series called Disgaea, there's a iconic character in that game that's a penguin. It is called a Prinny. Like they made an entire spin-off game based on it. And I can show you some gameplay of that's inspired me to make it. That I do know of. Okay, then you definitely seen this thing. It's probably hard for me to pronounce the name properly, but let me skip ahead to some actual gameplay. Let's see.
Oh crap, dude! I'm so late.
Whatever. Let's see. Where?
No encouragement at all.
I'm just trying to find a level. Oh wait, these are all the cutscenes. No, what? I was like, where's the gameplay at? It's like all cutscenes. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, I guess I'll just bring up this little clip. But yeah, like a simple action platformer, but instead of playing as a printer, you play as a KFP. Okay, maybe it's not gonna be that intricate, but oh my god, I don't know how wild this thing is. But yeah. I actually had the first game on my PSP, but I don't know if I ever finished it or not. But one of the interesting gimmicks about this game is the fact that you start the game and you get 1,000 lives. and you don't get any more lives. So you have 1,000 lives to beat this game. And you better believe they balance the game to be really hard so that you lose a lot of lives over the course of the game. Wait, was that it? What? Damn, I was hoping it would be like a little bit more gameplay than just that. I was kind of man, where the hell? Like, where's some okay, maybe like I'll just do like one of the bosses. Just want to show us some good gameplay of this. Okay, let's try this. Wait, let's get backwards. Yeah, so something like that, where it's like you could do like you could ground pound just like how Amelia does your mom, and then you have like knife attacks and stuff. But yeah, making like a platformer that takes place, and if you're versed in the KFP lore. Basically, the idea I had was that your goal would be to escape the usual room, which let's just say Kiara got really creative with what is in that place. But yeah, that's one game idea I've had. Now, there's another game idea I had, but this is one I want to well, actually, before I get to that idea, let me also bring up another one. Have you ever heard of this game called Risk of Rain by any chance? Yeah, let me also, yeah, get rid of that. But yeah, one thing, I would like to make a game like that too. Yeah, okay. So yeah, want to make a game like that, but instead of playing as it's basically a similar style of game, except for playing as cute anime girls. It's kind of like the same thing. It's just like Risk of Rain, but cute anime girls. It's like very, very simple idea. And then the last idea, this is one I'm really want to do with a group of friends. Well, we kind of already set up a group, but we actually need to try to start developing something. We're into like the really, really early concept stages of it. But if you are familiar with a game called Siren Kagura, then you should know that type of gameplay. That's the kind of game me and my friends we want to make. And if you're not familiar with that, I can show you right now. So yeah, like an action beat 'em up game with anime girls and some fan service. Because what brought me and that group together is our love for this series. It's just like everyone kind of sees it as like, oh, it's the funny fan service titty booba ass shots and game, and they are right. I'm not gonna lie, they are right about that. But what kept me and my friends to this series is the story, the characters, the lore, and of course the plot and backstory, as you will see right here. But thinking about it, it's kind of like interesting how it's like they are ninjas, but the way they do their transformations and everything and how the plot goes is very akin to a Mahou Shoujo or a Magical Girl series, which is kind of like the idea we're going with, like this but Magical Girls. We're just kind of like, okay, instead of ninjas but they're Magical Girls but they're ninjas, we're like, okay, let's just go. We're just gonna go straight into Magical Girl territory. But yeah, that is that's the idea, kind of games that me and my that I want to make. Wait a minute, I know this one. It's the one with a female Jotaro called. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I will bring her up right now. Yeah, you're talking about Daidoji right here. Yeah. She is absolutely iconic character just because she, well, before she transforms, she doesn't look like a JoJo, but after she does, she looks like one with her her Bancho outfit. Just parrying everyone, just get like just get her thing already charged up. That's like best girl by default. Yeah, there we go. There's your JoJo reference right there. And I'm pretty sure, like, okay, so the project I'm on, like, the guy behind it, I am pretty sure he was a girl like this in the game. So I'll have to think about, like, what kind of character we want to make for that. Okay. But yeah, games like that those are the kind of games that we want to make. So that, along with like those other smaller game ideas, and yeah, first things first, I gotta actually learn an engine, or at least learn how to learn my way around an engine, which kind of helps that we've been working with whatchamacallit. It's like working with GODOT and the Python programming language, since going back into Unity, now I understand what int, boolean, string, and float actually mean, because I was lost on that for a while. Man's got a long road ahead of him. Yeah, no kidding. But it's like, better to start now than later. By the way, welcome to the stream, Sin. Glad you can make it. You tell the devs love their job. Yeah, exactly, dude. There's no better feeling than when you play a game and you can feel the love from the developers in the game. Now, there is actually one game that has been consistently my favorite game of all time. Well, not all time, but every year since it came out, and that's a game called Freedom Planet. It's a small game, but the amount of love that is put into that game is just... I can come back to it at any time and have a blast playing it. Even though it's got like... It's got a deviant art style, a deviant style art style. Deviant is like amateur anime convention style voice acting. It's, you know, it's built by Sonic fans. It's just like, it's got all that stuff, but it's just... You feel the love almost immediately. There's stuff they put in there that, like, you will blink. There's like, you will blink and miss it moments. Or stuff that they will put in there, you'll just run past. But the fact that they put it in there in the first place just shows their commitment to it. I still need to play the sequel. I don't know why I'm sleeping on it. Yeah, that's learning syntax. Yeah, you know it. Ugh. But yeah, so for today... First, we're going to be, first I'm just going to do a quick recap. So, last week, we went and made this coin collecting game. Let me also make sure I'm running the correct scene. Hopefully I'm running the correct scene. And also, okay, that's not the correct scene. Let me grab the screen. Okay, yeah, the debug. So first, let me pull this up. There we go. So first, we made this coin collecting game where you are playing as... Ah, there we go. Where you're playing as the guy in the middle, and you get to move around, and you collect these coins. And every coin you collect, you just grow bigger. 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 And yeah. So that basically taught us how to, taught us a couple of things. First off is, programming the setting up the stuff for the player character and setting up the controls for him, which I can go over here. Let's go into the scripting menu. So right here is where we programmed all the stuff that went into the player character. So we also made sure to put in the movement speed, because the movement speed default is extremely slow. So, but another thing we learned is that we also had to pull out a specific kind of script for that. So what we did was we clicked on this, I think we clicked on, did we click on the player note? Yeah. So we clicked on that. Let's see, and we did a new script. And, oh, it was based on the node that you had selected. It says this was like character body. We went and created that. And then, bada bing, bada boom, creates this. And then add stuff from that script into it. But then we got rid of it so that we could put in like our own stuff. So then we have like the, if input is key press, key left. And then the velocity. So the velocity, that's going to control the, that basically controls movement, I believe. Let me make sure. Let me see if I write that down. Let's see. Yeah, so the velocity, that is a, oh my god! Oh my god, G-Clef with the raid! Welcome, Raiders! Welcome, welcome! Glad you guys can make it. I'm just kind of going over some, oh god. I got like 2 screens up. I was kind of going over some of the stuff we did last week. Yeah, because we're just doing some Godot learning right here. Yeah, let me give you a shout out. Let's kneel to G-Clef. Wow. Yeah, was actually Neil. He was playing old school RuneScape on his channel. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. And let me make sure I'm typing out shout out rather than like raid. It's like the past couple streams I kept typing in raid by reflex. But yeah, give him a follow if you haven't done so already. It's like cool Benoit VTuber, plays some Tekken. Hell, his name is a Tekken reference. Also plays music. You should go and listen. Take a listen. And thanks. Yeah, I figured for these streams I should be. I need to be in the, the bookworm spirit. Let's just say, even though we're like watching video tutorials and whatnot. But yeah, so. I can also just show, like, the thing I did for the lesson last week, which is basically making a coin collecting game where, god dang it, I need to remember to, like, tap back in. You move this guy around, so we learned how to set up the player controller and then set up the controls correctly. Oh, and that's not all. One other thing we did is, let me actually zoom in so you guys can see this. You guys can see, like, these, so this sprite and then the coin sprite, they have these blue shapes next to them. This is the stuff that controls the collision and how it's read in the script. Is there any game dev stuff outside of Godot? This is kind of like my first true game dev stuff. Well, actually not quite. I'll also show off another thing I've been doing in terms of game dev. This is going to pivot really quick over to Blender, just to kind of show another thing I've been working on for, well, a couple things I've been working on for years with this indie dev group that I'm a part of. Actually, I should probably I need to actually open up the, it's like, open up the, whatchamacallit, older version of Blender. But yeah, right here, I'm just kind of like doing a run. It's like a funny little run for a cutscene my the director wants to put in there. But yeah, that's not what I want to show. What I want to show is the animations that I did for a different character. But for that, I have to pull out the older version of Blender. So take a good look at this version of Blender. Just take a nice good look, because we're gonna be going into the other version of Blender. Thank God that thing came in. And here it is, the older Blender. This is the Blender before it finally got an update to make its UI a little bit more in date with some of the current softwares out there. Let's see, where do I have the other Blender at? Okay, yeah, it's like rearranging the screens. That's always fun. And then we'll go over here. So over the past year, I have been working on the animations for this character. This is for a game project that's called Anton and Coolpecker. This is a game project that is held by some fans of the, if you guys are familiar with Banjo-Kazooie, this thing was kind of concepted during the time where people wanted a Banjo-Kazooie-like game. And the last game that came out was Nuts and Bolts, and this was before Ukulele as well. So it was just kind of like getting getting like a group of volunteers to kind of like help conceptualize everything, and then you know, kind of get the ball rolling. It's not so much in the early stages because we're getting some stuff done, but unfortunately, since it is a volunteer effort, progress is pretty slow, because you have to also respect like people's you know, people also gotta like do stuff in real life. Stuff happens. But since you guys are here, I can also let me show you guys all the animations I cooked up for this. Oh yeah, let me make sure I have it. Let's see, where's the last keyframe? Find that, because yeah, I finished this up, and then guy went and sent it over to Blender. Let's see, what keyframe is that on? Wait, oh wow, God, it's hard for me to just to remember where some of this stuff is in the old layout. It's like, Billy, no, Billy. By the way, welcome to the stream. There we go. So yeah, these are all that stuff you just saw. These are all let's see. As you can see right up here, these are all animation strips. So each of these strips contains one of the animations that went into this character. And I can kind of like run through all of them. Man, it's kind of interesting. This is supposed to be a Godot stream. This is more along the lines of a Blender stream now that I think about it. When did I turn my face on? I don't even remember when I did that. Oh, right, when I typed out the number, that's when. But yeah, so just kind of just go through it. First, I have like the prep for one attack we have where he rises up, and then have like just a still pose for that, and then have him spin in mid-air into his next key pose, and then just have him free falling, and then like free falling, it kind of like clips these strips together to you know, make it last longer, because this strip is actually built to loop into itself. I can show that off a little bit later. And then after which, next part of the animation where he just slams onto the ground, and then I also had like a little squash and stretch right there, which is really good for cartoonish looking models, because yeah, you can with cartoonish looking models, you don't have to worry about things looking realistic or anything. You could just kind of like, you could go ham wild with whatever you want. Like this one cutscene one of the guys made, like he went really hard on it. So yeah, it does that. Unfortunately, because of the way that the the skeleton got set up, I'm a bit limited on how much I could squash or stretch him, but I made it work. So then, then he squashes in, and then flips right back up onto his feet. And then, let me see, which one is this? Oh yeah, then he has like a little shock animation, where I don't know what logic I had with just like pulling him back like that, and then just it kind of looks like he's shooting out like a lightning bolt or something. But then the next thing is when he gets hit. So then it starts to hit stun. It's like he gets knocked backwards, and then there's actually two different situations that that the director wanted me to put in here. Two different outcomes of this hit stun, where he gets knocked back, he falls onto his head, and then bounces back up, and then lands right on his back. Yeah, like he just ate shit. It's like he really beefed it like the squid did in Rocket Power. God, I hate how Arana kept saying like, "Oh, remember at the time that the squid totally beefed it." Now that was just stuck in my head. It's just stuck in my head now. It's like, oh man, the squid now totally beefed. God, that's the only thing I remember from Rocket Power. So that was one outcome where he falls like that. But then there's a second outcome that can happen where he gets knocked back, but then, oh, right there, lands on his hands, eyes full of determination, pushes back up, and then does a 10-point landing right there. Oh man, Dude, if he was in the Olympics, he would have won the gold right there. Right there. And over here, we just got like a nice little stomp for one specific attack. And then like I think I can't remember, was it at the start of the of the dance, or was it afterwards? I can't remember. But yeah, just have like a little snap thing. But look at it, but because his little hands are these little stubs right here, like I kind of had to, it's like I had to really improvise to be like, bam. Oh yeah, and then the chair, and then like the big chair dance where he's just like frolicking around, like, because it's kind of like a musical chairs type of attack. So then it just kind of does that, and then ooh, nice little spin right there. Originally, he wasn't even planning to have like a spin right there, but I insist. I was like, dude, we should have a spin. Just have a spin like that. Especially if you're gonna have him do all that. Then he has his pose. I can't remember. Oh yeah, he has that pose, and then I think I had one with the. Wait, why are these the same? I thought I had one where his cape started flowing in the wind. Oh, okay, there it is. I was trying to figure out where did that go. So yeah, he has a little victory pose with his cape flowing in the wind. And then, oh yeah, we had to make another version where we split up the spin and the chair. It's like the spin and the chair dance. Yeah, because importing in the Blender, it was giving us some weird ass issues, I swear. Ugh. But yeah. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't do that one or that one. I kind of wish I did this one where, like, this walk animation right here. I kind of wish I did this, because look, it's like so he's got that aisle, but look at it's like he's walking down. He's a pro wrestler. He's walking, and then look at that hip shake. Look at that hip shake. God, one of the things I love about animation and like animating 3D models like that. So yeah, these last two aren't mine. Everything else is mine, or at least the stuff I worked on. Let's see. Is there anything else I did I can show off? Or should I just go? Should I just get straight back into? Oh, wait, which one is this? At least on my. Let's see. Wait, where's the rest of his animations? I know I have way more than that. Oh, okay, this is the death. Okay, let me find where is the God. Oh man, this old layout. Was it really like the? Okay. And then we had, so then I also worked on this one right here. As soon as I could bring it down. Oh, there we go. Hey, there we are. Right there. So yeah. So I don't know if you guys already know this, but yeah, I went to school for 3D animation. So yeah, that's what I've been helping the team out with, like at least with the 3D animations when I wasn't super depressed with espresso and lamenting about like my skill level or anything. But yeah, so we have, it's like have this hammer ant right here, but then like he gets alerted, jumps up, and then like points his hammer at everyone. Wait, what the hell? Wait, oh, that's why. I was trying to figure out like why was it not letting me proceed further. Okay. Then just got like a run cycle for him with the hammer. Oh yeah, I also added a squash and stretch to the hammer, but the problem was when I added the squash and stretch makes it go diagonally. I don't know why, but like I said, someone else built this rig, but hey, it's like as long as it works, And then unfortunately the sad death. Alexa, it's like for this, you must play Despacito. Yeah, that one actually came out really good. I really need to add that to a demo reel. Like, damn, the animations for that were actually very good. Huh. You know, it's actually interesting coming back, seeing like some of the stuff I've done, and realizing, you know, maybe I'm not a super third tier rate like animator or something. Okay, yeah, enough lamenting. It's time to get back into Godot. But yeah, this thing is still kind of a work in progress right here. Then I also had like that animation, but it's not gonna play it because this thing's active. All right. So yeah, I was also going over how one of the games I want to make is like similar to similar to this guy spin-off game Prinny. Then there's another one I want to make Risk of Rain, but with anime girls. And of course, I want to make a game that's inspired by Senran Kagura. I was about to say spiritual successor, but I was like, no, more inspired. Okay. So first, we're actually gonna create a we're gonna go ahead and create a new scene because we need to start reviewing everything that we've done over the past couple of streams that we've popped open Godot. Especially since I had no time to review any of my notes or actually pop open this engine. Actually, I had time. It was more like I was procrastinating a lot. So let me actually swap out the music and get something nice coming on. Going on here. There we go. Also, I'm just busting out all my Japanese snacks because, oh yeah, I just realized I haven't eaten dinner yet. Oh god, it's been like almost 40 minutes. I haven't done a single thing of programming. We've just been talking. Okay. So, first up is the first thing we learned when starting up the Godot lessons was navigation, which let's just go over that really quick. So, middle mouse click, you can like navigate around the scene, and then just mouse scroll up and down, get a nice view of everything. Oh, and speaking of, so this is something that Arata brought up to me like the other day, where he was kind of like confused about how things are set up in Godot compared to Unity. So a lot of it has to do with these nodes right here. So there's there's always three different root nodes that you can start with: the 2D scene, 3D scene, and the user interface. We haven't actually done user interface because that's probably in another lesson. Maybe the one we're about to do when it comes to these the mini games lessons. So yeah, and then yeah, for every scene, the heart of it is always the root node. The root node is going to determine what kind of scene it's going to be. And then from there, you set up all the children nodes that are going to be apparent to them. For this, we're gonna just go with a 2D scene right here. After we click it, it brings up the 2D node. So now we can also add stuff to it right there. I do wonder though. Let me see. If I drag something onto here. Okay, so what I did was I just took so right here, down here on the lower left of the screen. Let me actually move something out of the way so you guys can see it a little bit better. Actually, let me move the I'm gonna move the chat down below. Once I figure out where the heck I left it. Oh, here we go. I'll move the chat like maybe right about here-ish. Just for the purpose of like just showing this off. Oh, and let me also move my ass out of the way. In Onis, I'm gonna need you guys. Onis dismissed. I need you guys to move. I said move out of the way. Yeah, move. Beat it. Yeah, you too, Bluey. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Oh, No. Keep my glasses on. I like them. Oh, God. Hold on. Much better. Alright. So, I'm gonna move over here. So, actually, I'll move right here. So, right here is where you can see the file system. If you guys are familiar with how Unity works, on the bottom you'll see that there's always a it contains all your project files in Unity. So that window is moved to the bottom left and it's called File System. And this is where you're gonna find all your folders, your subfolders, all the assets and resources for your game. You're gonna load them right into there. See, we have folders for materials, folders for sprites, and then a bunch of scripts right there. Now then. So we added a Sprite 2D node, which is pretty good. Though as you can see, it's off center. We can actually center it by going over here to the inspector. So, oh, God, I need to move my logo out of the way too. So right up here on the top right, this tab right here I got is the inspector. Anything you click on, well, so if you don't click on anything, nothing's going to show up. But if you click on, let's say, the node 2D right here, all the properties of the node 2D root node is going to be right there. But we're going to go over here to the player. Now the player, there's like different options right here. By the way, I'm not actually teaching anyone anything. I don't know anything. I don't know much of anything myself, but I'm just kind of like explaining the stuff I've learned and just kind of like condensing it down into something. So you're just gonna hear me babble about random stuff. So then we have like an offset. I have no idea what that does. Animations, we don't have any animations on there, so we're good. Region, I don't know what that does yet. How would you know how to work in Godot? Well, I can't really say it's not hard, but it's easier if you already are familiar with how game engines work. By the way, welcome to the stream, Sir Chad. I'd be glad you could make it. Because honestly, like some of the stuff you learn in Unity, you can actually apply here. But some stuff in Godot is located in different spots, or it's named differently. Where like down at the bottom of this engine on Unity, that's where you would see all your assets and stuff, but it's not there in Godot. The assets are actually over here on the left under file systems, and that's where you're gonna find all the files to your stuff. Oh, hold on. That little piece of snack I was eating like got caught up in my gums. But yeah, like I was saying, so this thing is way off center. You want to put them in the center. How do you do that? Simple. Go under here to where it says transform, which is going to be under node 2D, which is the root node right here. And it'll show where it's positioned. Huh, let me see this. Oh, perfect. Okay, so here's the thing. You can move it out here, and right here where it shows like the pixels and stuff, that's the X and Y coordinates. Now, this is something that actually threw me off when I was working on it last week. So, so the X coordinate is from left to right. And as you can see how the X changes. When you go to the left side, it goes into the negative range, while if you go to the right, it is positive. Now, you would think, okay, so with that logic, it would mean that going up in Y is positive, while going down is negative, right? That's actually wrong. Going up is actually negative. You go up as negative, but you go down as positive. Why? I have no idea. Don't ask me. That's just how Godot works. Or maybe that's how game engines work in itself. I don't I don't quite know, but man. So yeah, now we got it all zeroed out. Next, but let's just say, let's say that you're not a fan of this yellow color. This yellow color, like, brings rage to your eyes. How do you change the color? Go down here to texture. Actually, scratch that. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me actually review that, because it has been a hot minute since I've did texturing. Oh. So yeah, right down here where it says material, you can go right here to empty. And then you can just go to new, I think new shader material. Yeah, shader material. Oh god. Or maybe not. Let me see something. Okay. Yeah, get rid of that. Cause it's like that did not go too well. Let me see something. I need to create a new resource. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Let me go back a little bit. Huh. Is under visibility? Oh, and modulate. Okay, so that's where it is. Okay, so for the 2D sprites, you have to go under visibility and go to modulate. Then from there, you can set the color to whatever, do whatever you want. Let's turn this in. We'll turn this guy red. Make it like a bright red right there. So yeah, give you cool stuff like that. What does self-modulate do? Color applied to the canvas item. The product does not affect child canvas item. Let me see what this says. Huh. I guess that also affects the color in some way, but I don't really know what it does. At least not yet. But let's say you wanted to take the color and apply it to multiple instances of this, so. Or maybe make them like different colors. I can't remember. Let me see something. Oh. So you can edit like multiple oh, it affects only that item and none of the children. Oh, okay. Oh, and by the way, welcome to the stream with Industrial Llama. Glad you can make it. Yeah, thanks for that tip. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna review everything from the GODOT lesson I did from Zenva. Before moving on to the whatchamacallit, the mini project sub course. Alright, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well on this Thursday evening or Friday morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. And yeah, as you can see, I'm a complete amateur at this and I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, let me turn off my fan. This thing is going really hot. Okay. So yeah, I think, let me see, how do I, oh. Yeah, so I can edit multiple nodes at once by saving this out as its own scene. I'll just call this sprite review. It says it opens a new tab in Godot, but I don't see the tab. Let me see. Where? Huh, it didn't really open a new tab. Hold on, let me, I'll try opening the scene. Okay, there we go. Now, now it opened the scene. Yeah, stuck in using Unity for school doing custom cameras. Not a good time. Ah, man. Yeah, custom cameras. I can tell that's already gonna be rough. So, yeah, this is like I've dabbled only a little bit in Unity, but that's only so I can set up both my VR chat avatar and and convert the VR chat avatar into whatchamacallit, into VSF and VRM formats. Which, yeah, it wasn't really too hard. It just took me a while to figure out the concept of importing resource assets into the engine, which add new menu items. Oh, and the worst part being the version compatibility. Version compatibility is such a bitch. Like, it will ruin your day if you get, like, the wrong version. Because you're just stuck there wondering, why is it not working? Then you get another version that's like, okay, now it works. It's actually the same thing with Blender, too. Well, actually, shoot, most software. Most software, now that I think about it. Which is why, when I was showing off some of the 3D animations I made for a indie game project that I'm volunteering on, I had to open two different versions of Blender, a newer version and an older version, because a lot of the models and rigging and stuff was made in the older version. So yeah, we opened up a brand new scene, which was a scene that we saved this into. Let me also save this. Yeah, I'm just calling this file review because that's exactly what we're doing. We're just reviewing everything. So yeah, we can go over to here. Oh wait, so I can actually go over here and let's see, where is it? Okay, here we go. Review. Oh wait, that's the no. I'm looking for a sprite review. Here we go. So I can just go ahead and drag multiple instances of the sprite review into the scene, and yeah, just like that. And then let's just say you wanted to change the color of all of them at once without having to like go through each and every one of them. You can go over here to where it says sprite review. Go over here to visibility. Go to modulate, and then let's change it to a nice cool blue. See if I can brighten that up. Okay, no, I can't. That's how bright that's as bright as it goes. Which is weird. Oh, no, turn that back on. Or, okay, yeah, we'll make them green. Then we'll go and save that. Come back over to here, and now they're all green. It's like all of it updates because we're using the scene version of it, which automatically updates it. Okay, so and then we got the parent, and then we got the parent node. So anything that happens to the parent of the children, they move with it. Theoretically. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I am very much a noob at this. Wait, collider nodes. Yeah, I'm also looking through my notes at the same time as this, just so I can figure out like, okay, so what do I do for this? So a collider. Okay, maybe we'll do that a bit. We'll do that a bit later. Then let's see. Importing the assets, nodes and scenes. And then going into 3D now. Yeah, it's like you also have 3D tools in this thing, and actually, it's actually interesting how like the movement happens in these scenes right here. So I could just move around with the middle mouse button, and it orbits around like that center position right there. And then, but if I use the right click, I can actually look around like this. Oh, and using right click, I can when you right click and move your mouse, and then use the WASD keys, you can move around like this is like a first-person shooter. It's pretty cool. Yeah, zoom in and out. And let's see. And then for this, we have to use mesh instance nodes. So I would have to create another new scene, which I probably won't save. So then go over here. Let's see, go over here, create a new node. And then just look up a mesh instance right here. Let's see. Geometry. Actually, no. First, we gotta set the mesh. So we go over here to mesh instance right here under the inspector, and there's actually different meshes that you can actually use right here. So we could kind of grab. Let's grab a torus, like we're doing the Blender donut tutorial or something. So yeah. So we got that. Then we can move it around with that stuff and that stuff. Oh yeah, where is the transform? We reset the transform right there. All right, what else did I learn? Oh, and apparently I can even change this to something completely different I want. Yeah, since these are it's like mesh instances, you can change it to anything. Like if you want to change it to a different shape, you can just do that. Pretty cool. Like if you just need something, if you need to make something quick and dirty, that is. And then we could use. And then we could actually make another node 3D. Let me see. What was it? As a container or root for scenes? Ah, okay, I see. Oh, so if I wanted to do like, if I wanted to manipulate different meshes, okay, let me change the, I'm just gonna change the, whatchamacallit over there. Alright, and then we'll duplicate that. Cool. Alright, let me move all these out of the way. Get rid of you. Move you out of the way. And then we could go to the mesh 3D, and now we can actually move all three of them at once. We can put a node 3D inside the root node 3D, and then use that as a root to do whatever we want to these things. Oh yeah, right. And of course, let's see. So Q has the mouse that brings up all three. Then there's like W, E, R. It's like R being the scales, E being rotate, and W for movement. It's very similar to Maya's controls. Okay. And then the material that the instance has. Let me let me delete these really quick. Get rid of those nodes, and then let's see. Bring that up. Visibility. Okay. Where's the materials at? Where's that at? The file that we told our computer what we want an object to look like. Okay. Access resources. Okay, so we need to create a new resource in the form of a standard material 3D. Right here. And go and create that. Oh, and then we have to save it as a resource. Then we could go into the materials and yeah, and then we just showed, I just showed like there's like different materials we saved it as. So for this, we'll just call it review, because yeah, it's like a lot of the stuff we're just gonna call review because that's what we're doing. We're just reviewing everything. And then right here, so let's see, where is reviews? Okay. Does anything pop up when I click this one? Okay. But yeah, now we have all this stuff right here to work with. And then in terms of changing the color, we have to go to the albedo. It's like albedo, and then we could change the color of it to something like this. Click out of it. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Let me double check that. Okay. And let's see. Can I apply the texture to this thing? That's the question. What if I do this? Ah! So you can just kind of like click and drag it from the file system, and then voila, it's right on it. And then, yeah. We can even update the colors in real time. Then it could be like, let's make it purple. Make a nice purple right there. Then we can even make it. We can make this even a metallic. Make it super metallic. Yeah, now it's made out of metal. But you're wondering like, how the heck am I even supposed to see that? We ain't got no light up in here. All right. Well, that's where we need to start creating a light into the scene. What we can do is we can go over here. Actually, let's actually create it here. Add a child node, then search the light, and then we have several different lights. So from what I learned, so the directional light. And even I like how like the description. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Fuck. But whenever you create a node, a pop-up comes up to show, okay, what kind of node do you want to make? And then you search for it, and then you're like, okay, here you go. And when you click on it, it gives you a nice little description of it. And for the directional light, we're going to grab this directional light from a distance, as from the sun. That's really, really good description right there. Go ahead and create that. And then right here, you'll see that, yep, it's created right there. So that big arrow right there, that basically determines where the light is going to be coming from. So as you can see how this part is illuminated and that part's illuminated, that's because it's light coming from here. Where this thing is located doesn't matter in the slightest. It doesn't matter at all. Heck, you can put this thing over here and it's still going to show the same direction. Now, how do you change the direction of the sun actually? So you moving it like that doesn't work, but rotating it, well, that's different. Oh, then you can see right up here, there's that little sun right there. Now what? Now, if I do this, I can move the sun around. Yeah. I can even make a sundown right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't do the sundown colors, but that's perfectly fine. But yeah, as you can see, it. Let me also move this down. Like it will. showing where I rotate it will change what direction the light is going to be coming from. So yeah, you have it directly on top, coming up from the bottom, coming up straight ahead, or different directions, stuff like that. Okay, and let's see. I guess I can click on that, or move that out of the way. Now let's see if we can get this thing to look a little bit brighter. All right, so we can even set the what was it? The spec for it. I'm trying to figure out what the I forgot what the specular does, but let's see. What about roughness? What if we turn it? Hey, there we are. So yeah, turning down the roughness, that gives it that metallic shine. And if you bring down the roughness, there's no roughness. But yeah, let's bring up the roughness just a bit though, so we can get that nice little highlight right here. Yeah, that's looking good. It's looking fresh right there. Actually, nah, it ain't looking fresh. It's looking, it was looking artificial, looking really artificial. And then there's like two different lights, two other lights. The Omni light that lights in all directions with the origin in the middle, and then the spotlight that emits it in a cone. And then that's really everything we learned from the 3D tutorial. So yeah, don't save it. We don't actually need to save it. Now comes the last one we learned, which was the last part, which was scripting. In fact, actually, we're gonna just use the sprite review scene. Well, actually, no, not sprite review scene. The review 2D scene. I'm gonna use that to proceed forward. Now, where is the save? There we go. And for those that don't know, GODOT uses a programming language called GDScript, and that one, from what the video described to me, is that it's a lot closer to Python. So, go over here to the scripts, and there's a lot. Oh wait, are these what are? Can I just Okay, so I could close. Oh, okay, there we go. So I can close all of those, and then we can actually go over here and create a new script, and I'll just call it review script. And then bada bing, bada boom. This is what comes up. Yeah, so this is where the bread and the butter of GODOT is going to come from. Learning how to put on your programming socks, essentially. So first things first. Variables. We need to set them up. So we're gonna do a bit of an exercise. Unless someone wants to suggest an exercise that programming exercise that even a first grader can understand. Otherwise, we're gonna do a check. I'm gonna create a check to see if something is both cute and funny. So let's see. So first I can do this, like do that. Determine if something is both cute and funny. Yeah, cute and funny check. First we're going to set up the variable. And we're going to set it up as a... we're going to set up this... this variable as a boolean. So we're going to start the variable cute. Bam. Then, well, first things first. First, you can actually set up the variable like this. You can just set it up straight up like this to have a determined value. Let's just say cute equals true. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so it's like no matter what, it's like cute will remain true. Or like if you put something in, if you just use the cute variable, it'll just automatically be true to the language. I'm assuming. Also, do not quote me on this. I am no expert on programming. In fact, I am an absolute amateur at it. I cannot stress that enough. I can't stress it enough. So yeah, that is one way we could do it, but there is actually another way. So we set up variable Q. So then we could put this quote right there, and then we could set it up as something. So we can set it up as in, let's see, there's different kinds of variables we can set them up as. So as a variable type, we can set it up as an integer and say like it equals 5. So the variable cute is an integer that's 5. It doesn't really help with our with this little review lesson we're trying to do, but that is one thing we could do. So integer, we could do that. We could also set it up as a float, and then call it 5.69. Nice. So you're probably wondering, what is the difference between int and float? So first, the similarities. Int and float, they are both numbers. Now here's the difference. Int, search for integer, is a solid number. It's a solid number. It goes from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like there's no in-betweens. There's no fractions. There's no decimals. It's a solid number. It's like solid number, easy to follow. Meanwhile, a float, that's numbers and along with the decimals too. So if you want, for whatever reason, to determine the value, insert the value of pi into this formula and have it completely break whatever game you're playing, you set it up as a float. Then there's also booleans, which, I mean, like it's abbreviated to bool, and that is the true or false variable. It only has 2 values. It's either true or false, which can really help for certain stuff. And then, of course, and then the last one, at least I know about, is string. No, not strong. String. There we go. Is that like capital S? Okay. Capital S. And then you can set that up at, and strings are basically just text. And then you can just set it up as, and I'll just say like this is cute. Now, with that set up, so here's what we could do. We can go down here where it's like function ready. And for the ready, for this particular function, it happens when the scene is first loaded in. So when the scene is loaded in, anything under ready is called. And it's only called when the scene is loaded in. It doesn't do it any other time, just when the scene loads. So what we can do is this. By the way, any variables you set up here, function will pull from. So let's just tell this to tell this to print. Let's see. I think it was like print that and cute. So what I set up was, so as you saw right here, the variable for cute has been set up as a string, which is text, and it'll say this is cute. So down here, when the scene loads in, it will print I set it up so that it prints the text cute. Or prints the variable cute. And it's not gonna go like, okay, it's gonna print the word cute. No, it's going to print the value of cute, which I set up as this is cute. So let's let me see. Can I save this? Or what's this though? All right, so we'll click this one, run this. We're gonna run this thing right here. Where is it? Review script. I guess review 2D. Okay, and then let me bring this up. Well, actually, that's not important. It's not important in the slightest. Don't worry about it. But what is important, though, as soon as I can get rid of. Oh my God. Thank you. I was like, I was trying to figure out, can I get back my my screen for a second? What is important is this. Oh damn it! There we go. Hold on. Okay. What is important is this line right down here. Wait. Did this not print my message? It didn't print it. That is odd. There is something missing. Let me check something. Okay, that's strange. I'm probably missing something. Definitely missing something. All right, let me open up another. Let me go ahead and open up another script. Like I said, this is why we're reviewing everything, because I know for a fact I forgot a lot of stuff. So let's see. Okay, then let me try this. Is it because it's not spaced out? Let's try that. Yeah, hold on. Let me also test this out really quick. Let's see. Run a specific scene. Run this current one. Let's see. Oh, it's straight up not doing it. Interesting. Okay. Then let me create a new scene. I'll just create like a random node 2D. Alright, and then let's run this specific script. And it wants me to save it before running it. God dang it. Let's see. Save scene as no, I don't want it. I don't want to be a material. I wanted to I'll just call it like review 2. Alright, so let's check this out. So wait, why is it not running this specific script right here? That's very strange. What if I do this? No, that's running something completely different. Alright, let's try that. Okay, that is really strange. Why is it not running this, why is this script not running? Oh, man. Yeah, this is why I wanted to do a review, because I already had a feeling I was, fucking up somewhere. I'm just trying to, because right now I'm just trying to, run, Maybe if I close out of these, that might help a little bit. Alright, what if I try this now? Why does it keep moving? Why does it keep pulling that in? What about just it's playing this specific scene? Okay, there's something it's not doing. I'm not sure what it's not doing, but it's not doing the thing I want it to do. Yay. Yeah, it's like for anyone, anyone that's familiar with GODOT, they're probably slapping their head right now. Yeah, it's like I don't want to have to create that brand new scene for this, but for some reason it's just not. Wait. Well, that's giving me the output, but it's not. It's like this thing's not giving me any output at all. Maybe if let's see. Let me close that out. Close that out. Okay, that's so weird. Why can't I run this? Okay, let me try this. Wait, cannot run the script because it doesn't extend editor script? Wait. What do you mean by that? It's not a tool script. Oh, wait. Editor script? Is that what we need to do? Okay, let's try it now. Can I run a script because it's not a tool script? Add @tool annotation to the top. What? Oh boy. Okay, and now will it work? Oh my god. Yeah, this is not working. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're like an hour and 30 minutes into this. Let's start a new project, or at least yeah, let's go and start a brand new project. Yeah, don't say that shit. Alright, now we're gonna go into the, oh, whoops. God. Alright, so now we're gonna go into the, whatchamacallit. Wait, why is my shirt off? The, mini projects, course of this, whole thing. By the way, I had to minimize the screen like this because this is technically a this is a paid lesson, which costs like a lot of money. So I gotta like shrink it down to a mini size. Yeah, so I'll leave that right there. And then we can start the course. Alright, welcome to the course. Thank you for joining. Before we begin, these are the basic requirements for this course. Prior knowledge, requires basic familiarity with GODOT and G script, okay? And we finished taking the intro into GODOT 4. The program to set up. Students can follow along using GODOT. Okay, yeah, we got that. Looking for my advanced content? No way, no siree. Let's go to the next lesson. Oh yeah, I need to like turn this down so I can actually hear a little bit better.
And welcome to the course. My name is Daniel Buckley and I'll be instructor. In this course, we are going to be expanding our knowledge on the GODOT game engine by looking at more specific aspects of the engine that will allow us to make the games that we want to create. We are going to be doing this by creating 4 mini projects. Each of these mini projects, we are going to look at a certain feature or collection of features and use those to build our games. Now, the course requirements in order to follow along with the course are as follows. First of all, you need to have the GODOT engine installed and already set up, because we're not going to be going over the setup process for the engine in this course. And secondly, you need to have a basic understanding of the engine and of GD script. Okay, this basically means having the ability to create nodes, how to move stuff around, and an overall idea of the concept of scenes. Now, when it comes to GD script, only a foundational level of knowledge is required for this, being able to understand what a variable is, function. Although when we do scripting in this course, we will be going pretty finely through each line of code and exactly what it does. So we will still be learning new things when it comes to GD script and the GODOT engine, but we might not explain everything when it comes to the foundational details. So, first of all, we are going to be creating a balloon proper move game. This is going to work by clicking on the spheres with your own size and...
Alright, I'm gonna write down like what this one is gonna do. Wait, what? Oh shit, it was still going? What the hell?
with the balloon popping.
Actually, shoot. I think I could probably like hold off on writing more down because it's gonna go over the other game too.
Setting up a scoring script as well as having some text on screen that is going to display your current score.
Okay.
Then we are going to move on to look at physics inside of the engine. Okay, we're going to explore what a rigid body is and all the different properties that we can modify in order to get the physics that we want for our game. And we are going to put that to use by creating a little mini game here where you can pretty much just click to throw around a player and crash into a bunch of crates. After that, we are going to be looking at more of a coding side system, and that is the idea of loops. Now, loops are a very important part of programming and coding in general, and especially in game development where you want to have one sort of action here repeated many, many times without having to rewrite the code and pasting over and over. Instead, you can just choose into a loop and call that code however many times you wish. And that's what we're going to be doing for this mini game, where we are basically going to be setting up a randomly generated star system. Okay, as you can see here, each of these stars have a random position and size. So we'll be setting that up, making it very customizable, and also looking at, how else could we use loops inside of our games. And then finally, we are going to be looking at collision inside of GODOT engine. And this is going to be done by basically connecting up a signal to a signal is basically an event when something occurs. For example, our player right here is hitting into a tree, and we are having a signal being called whenever our player's collider is hitting another collider. And when that happens, we're of course resetting the scene. And collision detection is something that is going to happen in many games, and is definitely something that you do need to get used to.
Oh yeah, definitely collision detection.
Zenva is an online learning academy with over 1 million students. We feature a wide range of courses.
Oh yeah,
People
let me
who just start
also
out,
do this.
or people who just want to learn something new. The courses are also very versatile, allowing you to learn in really whatever way you want. You can choose to view the online video tutorials, read the included lesson summaries, or follow along with the instructor with the included course files. Now let's get started with our first mini project.
Okay, so now we're gonna start. So now the first thing it's gonna do is the balloon popper. Okay, so we've updated the project files to Godot version 4.2 for this course. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have that, but let me double check. Yep, got 4.2. We good. We Gucci.
Hey everyone, and welcome.
Alright, oh yeah, and just so I don't get nuked, let me, I'll add my spinning in, my spinning in my wiggly right there, just so I'll get tactically nuked from orbit.
In this lesson, we are going to begin our mini projects course by creating the balloon popper minigame. Now, the balloon popper minigame is going to pretty much feature a number of different balloons on screen, and we are going to be able to click on them to increase their size, and then once they reach a certain size, they are going to move. And along with this, we are going to have a scoring system, which is going to be displayed on screen using some UI text. So let's hop over into Godot.
Alright, let me just also write that down.
And have a look at how we can begin.
Alright.
Alright, so here I am in the Godot Project Manager, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and create ourselves a brand new project. So I'm going to go to the new project button over here. I'm going to give our project a name. Let's just call this one Godot Mini Projects. I'm going to save this to my documents, so we can click Create Folder, and that's going to create a brand new folder in my documents. And then we can click Create and Edit. And here we are inside of the Godot editor. Now we are going to make our balloon popper here inside.
Oh yeah, let me before it continues, let me actually load up the engine. Alright, now we're over here, and it's like Godot can finally cover up a bit of that screen right there, so I don't get, like I said, nuked from orbit.
Environment. Okay, it's going to be a 3D game with 3D spheres, so we don't need to hop over into 2D at all.
Oh, okay, cool.
And first things first, we need to create our root node. And again, the root node is basically the node that contains all others, okay? Everything is sort of basing its origin off this one empty node.
Yeah, that's what we just
over
finished
here on the
reviewing.
left-hand side, I'm going to click on 3D scene to create that root node right here. And let's rename it, because right now, node 3D, you know, it doesn't really have that good of a name, I think. Normally, when I make my games in Godot, I prefer to have the root node be called something such as main, okay? Main is the main
yeah, that
node.
makes sense.
You can call it root, you can call it origin, you can call it whatever.
You know what, I'll call it
okay?
root.
I'm going to call it main, and that's what I'm going to be calling throughout all of the projects that we create in this course. So then what we need to do is save this scene. So I'm going to go up to scene and then down to save scene. Now I am going to create a folder for our balloon popper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click here in the middle of the screen and click new folder. And then here I'm going to call it balloon popper. Okay. And inside of the balloon popper folder, I'm going to call this scene our balloon popper. TSCN. Hit save, and if we go down to our file system, you'll see here that.
All right, let me also write down to it's like when the root is set to save out your scene.
Inside the balloon popper folder, we have that scene right there.
All right, and then, yep, right here. So, yep, that's where you have it.
Okay, now all of the, pretty much all of the scenes and all of the scripts we are going to make are going to be stored in their respective folders. Okay, just so at the end of the project, once we have 4 different mini projects created, they're not all going to be mixed together. Okay, it's going to be a lot easier to see which script belongs to which project. So. Now what we can do is make a start on creating our actual balloon, and this is going to be what we are going to click on. So first things first, let's go over into our scene right here. We're going to add in a new node, and this is going to be of type Area 3D. Now an Area 3D is based.
Hold up. Creating like an Area 3D node? A region of 3D space that detects other collision. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's just like the, yeah, it's just like the, that physics thing we did in the last lesson. So let's see. Oh, whoops.
Type Area 3D. Now, an Area 3D is basically a node which can detect collisions, it can detect physics.
Okay. Let's see, collisions and what?
A node which can detect collisions, it can detect physics interactions, and this basically means that this Area 3D is going to have the ability to detect when we are clicking on it with our mouse. So I'm going to rename it to be Balloon by double clicking on the name,
Huh.
like so.
Actually, yeah, let me let him cook for a
And
minute.
then what we need to do is attach 2 child nodes to it. First one is going to be a mesh, so we can actually see what our balloon looks like, and the second is going to be a collider. So I'm going to right click on balloon here, I'm going to go down to add child node, and I'm going to create a mesh instance 3D. Now this mesh instance 3D, I'm going to rename it to be model, just so it has name, and then over in the inspector we are going to set the mesh here to be a brand new sphere mesh, like so. So we can have a look, there we go, that's what our balloon is going to look like. The mesh instant to go down to be a mesh, so we can actually see what our balloon looks like, and the second is going to be a collider. So I'm going to right click on balloon here, I'm going to go down to add child node, and I'm going to create a mesh instance 3D. Now this mesh instance 3D, I'm going to rename it to be model, just so it has a more concise name. And then over in the inspector, we are going to set the mesh here to be a brand new sphere mesh, like so. So we can have a look, there we go, that's what our balloon is going to look like. We can then add in the collider, so let's right click on balloon.
Okay. Let me also write something down.
to add in a collision shape 3D. And this collision shape 3D, we want to go to the inspector, go to the shape property, and we want to create a brand new sphere shape 3D. There we go. Now you can click and drag on this little orange node to basically increase or decrease the size of the collider. So just make sure it fits the bounds of the sphere, which it does nicely.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I keep the names of each of these nodes in mind when I have to look them up later.
Okay, so we have our balloon. Now let's have a look and see what...
Oh yeah, let me also catch up too. So first, we gotta add the child node. First, we gotta make mesh instance. Go ahead and create that, and we'll call it like the model, just like in the video. Oh yeah, right, and we call this the balloon. Oh, like I call it balloon. There we go, balloon. Then we go ahead and we're gonna go and set that to new spear mesh. And voila, we got a new spear right there. So far so good. And then another child node, and we'll call it the and it's the color. Ah! Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, collision shape 3D. There we go. Huh. I wonder what's the difference between collision shape and collision polygon. Node that provides a thickened polygon shape, a prism. Okay. But let's just go with that. Collision shape 3D. Wait a minute. I don't see a collision object 3D. Alright. So then we set it to that. And just like before, it doesn't have a shape. So we go over here. And set the shape to sphere. And there it goes. We can even increase the size with the orange dot. Let me write that down actually. Alright, but we don't need to make it any larger. It's perfectly fine as it is. No, just do that. Yeah, perfectly wrapped around.
What it looks like in-game. Now, to play the scene, we could click on the play button right here, or what we can do alternatively is if we just want to run whatever scene we are currently focused on here in our main window, we can click on this button, which is called Run Current Scene with the shortcut F6. So we press play, and we don't see anything, and that is, of course, because we do not have a camera, okay? In 3D, we, of course, need a camera to determine where and in what direction we want to render our screen from.
Okay, let me also write that down, because that's actually very important.
So I'm going to go add in a brand new node here called Camera 3D. There we go. Now you can see the camera 3D. It appears like so. We just want to bring it back so it is sort of projecting out onto our sphere here. So you can move that camera back out here a bit. Down in inside of the inspector, we also want to go down to where it says current and turn that on. Okay, save it, press play, and there we go. We can now see our sphere. But one more thing, and that is the fact that our lighting is not correct, okay? It's very dark, and we can't really see that white sphere.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. Okay. So let's play a little bit of catch. Well, I gotta do too much catching up. So then I was just putting a camera right there. Wait, XR. A camera node with a few overrules for okay. So that's for like if you're trying to make something in VR. Okay, that's cool. Put that right there. Under the root, and then we'll move this thing back. So that way you can see that. And then let's see, we'll save that scene and then check it out. Okay, now we're caught up with the video. Then the next part is going to be the lighting.
So I'm going to unpress play. I'm going to create one more node, and that is going to be a directional light 3D. So we can add that in. Let's just move it up here a bit. And we are going to aim our directional light so it is sort of hitting the sphere from the front this direction, okay? We might even want to chuck in a little angle on it as well so we have that nice shading there.
Alright.
So, save that one more time, press play, and there we go. We have a sphere with a nice lighting on it as well. So from here, I want you to do a couple things before the next lesson. First of all, I want you to experiment with the camera 3D. You can see here in the properties there are a number of different settings you can change, such as the field of view. So if you do want the camera to be more of a narrow angle, you can decrease that.
Hmm.
You can also change its position. Maybe you want it pointing down a bit at the sphere. So have a go at experimenting with that. And as well, I want you to go ahead and create yourselves a material for the sphere. Okay, remember, you're making a balloon popper. So with a balloon, you probably want a nice vibrant color with a rather shiny surface. So have a go at that, and I'll see you all then in the next one.
Okay, so we'll do that. So first, I have no idea what to do in terms of like the camera because, well, I guess we can experiment with the camera. Oh my god. Wait, what the hell? Huh? Oh shoot! Okay, he didn't mention that. How you can even look at it through this thing. Holy shit! I did not realize that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wonder, can I set that as like a new tab? No, I cannot. All right, so now we can even set the field of view. Let's see how that. Okay. Oh, that might be like how much you could go in before it starts clipping in on itself. Alright, what about this? Oh, whoa, what is happening here? Hold on, what is this? Horizontal X offset, okay, what about that? Oh, whoops. Okay, so horizontal and vertical offset. Okay, that's interesting. New environment. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh yeah, right. We gotta set that to the current one because if we create another camera, it will don't know which one is which. Okay. I turn that off. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this thing up and then like point it down at an angle. Alright, then we'll go ahead and create a light. Yeah, directional light. Put that up in there. Alright, then we'll move this thing backwards. Let's see. We'll have it like, I guess we'll just move it like, I guess like that, or yeah, bring it downward. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh wait, no. No. Let me select the camera, damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's fine. All right, now for the actual model itself. Well, oh yeah, first we gotta actually create a, we need to create a material for this. So, make a materials folder, then we'll create a new resource. Then, what was it? Actually, yeah, we'll just call it material. Amazon, blah, blah, blah. Is it, let's see. Okay, yeah, standard material. And we'll just call it balloon text. I mean, let's call it balloon text so as we know that's a balloon texture right there. Pop that open, double click, and then let's see. We can go ahead and just drag that onto there already. And then we'll do what we'll do. We're going to change the albedo. We're going to turn this to a nice little red right here. Yeah, nice little red. Bada bing. Yeah, looking good already. Looking good. Since it's a balloon, we also need to add the dial down the roughness so that. Okay, so it's a little bit shiny, not too shiny, but just shiny enough because it's still a bit rough. Do I want a metallic edge to it? Nah, we're good. What about a specular? Thought I heard something. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, let's check out. Let's check out the scene. All right, maybe I want to. What I want to do is change the direction of the sun a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, let's try right there. How's that look? Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine right there. Alright, now we can continue onward.
Bless him. Welcome back, everyone. So I hope you had a go at that little challenge of creating a material for our balloon. So to do this, I'm just going to right click on our balloon folder down here in the file system, go down to new, resource, and I'm going to search for a standard material 3D.
Is he just going over the thing we just did? Oh, okay. No, it's just doing it on his
And then
own.
what we can do is click and drag the material onto the balloon mesh. You should see it changes slightly, but again, it's still that white material. I'm then going to go with the material selected, so we can select that material. I'm going to go into the inspector. I'm going to go down to albedo, and I'm going to change the color here to be a nice vibrant red. Okay, we can change the sliders down here, something like this, I reckon. There we go. Then we can go down to the roughness, and we can bring that roughness down so we start seeing that specular highlight right there. And as well as this, we can also maybe go down to rim and add in a bit of a rim light.
Oh,
so
huh.
the edges pop a bit, okay?
Huh, we could do that too. Let's actually add a rim light to it. Let's see. Yeah, make it look a little nicer.
And we can of course modify that just here. Okay, now if we press play, we can have a look, and that is what our balloon is going to look like, which is pretty cool. Much better than just a plain old white sphere. Now, in this lesson, we are going to begin setting up the ability to actually pop our balloon, increase it in size, and when it reaches a certain size, it's going to be destroyed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select our balloon. We're going to go down to the inspector, down to the script property right here, and we are going to create a new script. And this one is going to be called balloon. And make sure it inherits from area 3D as well, okay? So we can click.
Alright, so.
And that is going to open up the script editor right here, as well as create a balloon.gd script down in our file system. Now, if this script is outside of the folder, you can just simply drag and drop it in to move it to where all the other balloon popper assets are. Now, inside of this script right here, we are not going to be using the ready or the process functions, so we can just go ahead and delete those, but keep the extends area 3D, as this allows us to have certain functionality with our area 3D node. Now, first of all,
Yeah, so that is like the extend stuff. That's one of the most important parts of the script, I'm assuming.
We need to create some variables, and these variables are going to be a number of things. First of all, let's create a variable called clicks to pop. Okay, it's going to be of type int, so it's going to be a whole number, and I'm just going to set it to be 3. Now, clicks to pop is basically just going to be how many times do we have to click on this balloon in order for it to pop. That's going to be 3 times, or whatever number we define here. We're going to have another variable called size increase of type float, and this is going to be equal to 0.2. Now, size increase is basically just going to be how much do we increase the balloon's scale by every time we click on it, okay? Because we want to increase the balloon in size, so we are going to modify its scale. And then finally, we're going to have a variable called score to give of type int, and I'm going to make it 1. And this is going to basically be how much score are we going to give once the balloon gets popped. You might have certain balloons which have more clicks to pop or a different color, and they might give a different score. So there we go. We got those.
All right, let me write this down. All right.
There's variables right there. Now, how do we actually detect if we are clicking on the balloon? Okay, how do we know if our mouse cursor is over the balloon and clicking down on it? And how do we do something when that happens? Well, what we need to do is connect to a signal. Now, with the balloon node selected here, we need to go over to the inspector, and up at the top you should see we have inspector, node, and history. Well, we want to go over to the node panel right here, and if your signals are empty, just unclick the node and select it again, and you should see a list of signals right here. Now, a signal is basically an event that can occur when something happens. For example, we have body entered right here, which gets called whenever another collider has entered our balloon's sort of area. So if another object has bumped into our collider.
Hold on. Actually, let me do this. Fill those in.
this signal gets called, and we can connect that to a function in our script. So if we get collided with, we can call a function in our script. But not just collisions, there are a bunch of other signals right here. And what we want to do is we want to go down to the input event signal right here. Okay. Now, input event, this basically gets called whenever a input occurs. Okay, whenever a mouse click, whenever a button click gets called, this function.
Okay, click connect to simple input event.
Is triggered, and it carries over a. Now, input event, this basically gets called whenever a input occurs. Okay, whenever a mouse click, whenever a button click gets called, this function is triggered, and it carries over information that we can read and check to see if it is a mouse click on our balloon. So I'm going to double click on the input event signal right here. We are then going to connect it to a certain node. So I'm going to click on my balloon node right here and click connect. And that is going to create a brand new function inside of our script right here. And you'll see that it has quite a lot of parameters carried over with it, okay? We have camera, event, position, normal, shape index. But don't worry, we are only going to be using the event parameter right here. Now, what are we going to do inside of this function? Well, first of all, we want to make sure that whatever event has occurred is a mouse click, okay? We don't want to increase the balloon size if we are moving the mouse or if we are pressing the space bar or, typing something down. We only want this event to occur if it was a mouse button click. So, to check this, what we can do is we can write down if.
Okay, before I continue, let me actually catch up with everything, because holy shit, it's like I've just been watching this and I have let's see, not been taking much in terms of notes. Oh right, so we grab that. All right, and let's see. And go right up in there. And I just made like a materials folder because I was like, I'll put it in there. Just to make everything look a little bit neater. Then we get rid of all this. Alright. Then we'll set up the variables. So. Then this one. All right. And then it said like over here. So for the balloon, was this for the balloon or the model? I think it was for the balloon. Connected from that, and then let's see, I guess connect. Okay, and we got the signal in. Yeah, so and then we can get rid of the pass, which is just filler.
Event is input event mouse button. Okay, so if the event that is being sent over is a mouse button event.
God, this is a lot to remember.
And then we want to, of course, run it. But this could also mean a right click or a move of the mouse or using the scroll wheel. We want to be more specific with what mouse button we are talking about. So I'm going to write and event.button_index equals, and then we want to write down mouse button left, and you should see it pop up in the list right here.
Wow, that's actually interesting. Where, like, yeah, it's like input event mouse button can be any mouse button, so it has to be ultra specific. Oh yeah, the double equals is like, it's checking for it.
So now we are checking to see that the event is a mouse button, and that mouse button is the left button. But once again, this could be called when we are holding it down, when we are releasing it. We only want this to be true if it is the first frame that the mouse button is pressed down, okay? We don't want to keep calling this every single frame that our mouse button is being pressed, okay? We don't want the balloon to increase in size rapidly every frame. We only want the balloon to be basically clicked on when we press the mouse button down once. So once again, we're going to go and event.pressed, okay? So add in the colon, go to a new line, and this is a very long if statement, but inside of this if statement...
God, no kidding. That is a really long if statement.
Go to a new line. And this is a very long if statement, but...
Oh yeah. Man, that is quite a mouthful.
Inside of this if statement, we are then going to, as a test, let's just print out a message. So I'm going to go print, and here we are going to say increase size. So we can save that. We can then play it and see if it works. So have a look down here in the output, and as I click on the balloon, you can see it says increase size. If I right click on the balloon, nothing happens. If I hold down left mouse, it says it, but if I hold it down, it doesn't increase every frame, and if I let go, it doesn't either. So it only gets that message called if I click on the balloon, which is exactly what we want. And if I click outside the balloon, nothing happens, only when I click inside. So yeah, that is how we can detect our mouse. Now in the next lesson, we are going to actually start increasing the size of the balloon as well as setting up our scoring.
Okay. So let's add that. Which that's it's like fairly straightforward, so if event is input event mouse button and event dot button underscore index equals mouse button left and event dot pressed. And then we'll just say print increase size. Okay. Now let's see if this actually works. Yep, it's working. So let me pull it up on your guys' end so you can see. So I got the balloon right here. And then you can see right there on the text where it says increase size. So every time I click it, it'll increase the size. And only when I press the left mouse button once. Even when I hold it, it's not doing it again. And then I'll try to right click, it's not working. And I'll click around as like outside of here. Does not work. Only when I click right here. Okay. Alright, very good, very good. Alright, what's next?
System. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all then in the next lesson.
This is like coding
Welcome
champ.
back, everyone.
Nice.
In this lesson, we are going to continue on working with our balloon popper minigame. So, in the previous lesson, we set it up so we can start clicking on our balloon and detect when we are actually left clicking on it, and then we are calling that print message whenever that occurs. So in this lesson, we are going to make it so that when we click on our balloon, we increase its scale, and we are actually detecting then when it needs to pop. So let's remove this print message right here, and what we're going to do first of all is increase the scale. So what I'm going to do is write down the word scale like so to access our scale, and I'm going to go plus equals because we want to increase it. Now we want to increase it by whatever the size increase value is along the X, Y, and Z axis, okay? Because we don't want to just stretch our sphere along the X axis or along the Y axis. We want to increase it along all three axes uniformly, so it increases like basically in size. So to do this, what we are going to do is we are going to go plus equals vector 3.1.
Oh,
now,
right,
3.1
vector
is sort of
3.
a vector which had
Okay. Let me also write that down.
has a 1 for each axis, okay? It has a 1 for the X, 1 for the Y, 1 for the Z, And basically what this means is that if we go scale plus equals vector 3.1, that is basically going to add 1 to each of the axes, x, y, z. But we don't want to add 1, okay? We want to add size increase. So I'm going to do is go vector 3.
Oh, whoops. Accidentally muted it.
This is 3.1 multiplied by size. Okay, so this is instead going to add 0.2 to the x, to the y, and to the z. So we can save this, play, and let's see if it works. So we can click on the balloon, and as you can see, it increases by 0.2 scale along all axes. We can keep clicking, and it's just going to get infinitely big. But that's not what we want to happen. We want to make it so that when our balloon reaches a certain size, then it pops. Now to do this, we are going to subtract clicks to pop by 1 every time we click on it. So let's go to a new line and go clicks to pop minus equals 1, okay, because we're going to subtract.
Okay, and I think I see where it's going. It's like Finn, it reaches 0, and then you'll set up the if statement. If clicks to pop equals 0, then I'm guessing like you disappear it. I forgot what the command is for that.
Then we want to check to see if the clicks to pop is equal to 0. So let's go down here and then check if clicks to pop is equals to 0.
Right.
If that's the case, then what do we want to do? Well, we want to do two things. We want to increase our score, which we don't have implemented just yet, and we want to destroy the balloon. Now to destroy the balloon, we want to call the QFree function. So we'll go QFree like so. And we can save that.
Oh yeah, did I write down about QFree? I feel like I did. Yeah. I took note on the QFree function.
Press play and see if it works. So we have a clicks to pop of 3, so I should be able to click it 1, 2, and then one more, 3, and it is popped. So if we unplay that, we can increase clicks to pop to be 5, for example. Save that, press play, and we should be able to click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. So is how we can increase the size of our balloon and then pop it once it reaches a certain threshold.
Okay, and now we'll do it. Let's do it ourselves, just so we don't fall too far behind. Okay, so then we can get rid of this. So in the event that it does that, so then we can, what we can do is, let's see. Oh god, scale. Scale plus minus, oh wait, whoops. Plus minus, I mean plus equals vector 3 dot 1. And then multiplied by size increase. And it's like if. Oh yeah, right. And you set up yeah, that clicks to pop. Right. I'm going too ahead of myself. Minus equals 1. If clicks to pop equals 0, then Q3. Oh right, and then we also, oh yeah, right. That's what I forgot. Bam. Rookie programming mistakes. Oh, whoops. Equals. There we go. Now it doesn't hate me anymore. Thank God. Okay, then we'll save that, and then let's run it. Oh, wait, we'll run this. Then let's see. 1, 2. What? Wait, something ain't right. It didn't increase in size. Why did it not increase in size? Let me get rid of this. Increase float 2. And I'm back. I was progress. Well, we're progressing. I'm trying to figure out, like, let's see. Yeah, something's not right. This thing is not increasing in size, which is a bit confused. Oh! Oh, wait. No, that can't be it. Let's see. Input. Wait. Yeah, red ball. And I'm trying to figure out, like, wait, how did I get on balloon input event? I mean, it still printed it, so it's not like that was an issue. So, I was finding event press, and it kept printing it. So, something is not quite going right. Alright, let me test this out again. Print. Yeah, so let me do that really quick. See you. Okay, so at the very least, it detects when I put in the event. Now I'm just trying to figure out why is it not scaling. Let's see, scale plus equals vector 3 dot 1. And then do the operator size increase, which is a float. All right, so let's try that. It's not working. That's strange. Did he set it to the model or something, or am I missing something? Yeah, it's like I keep trying to like increase the size, but it's not working for some reason. I don't understand. Where did I go wrong?
Increase it, but is increase the scale. So what I'm going to do is write down the word scale.
Isn't it like fun, very up key equal? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. He just pulled up the on input event, and then like and then just set up the if event is input mouse button. And yeah, because I already got it set up so that when I click on the balloon, it will print something down here. But for some reason, it's not increasing the size of it. That's the weird thing. Maybe let me get rid of that. Let me test it again. Are you increasing the scale of the whole scene? Thanks for the raise, stick muncher. I have no idea if this is like if this increasing the scale of the whole scene, because it should be set. Let me check the root really quick. By the way, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Oh my god! Oh my god! You're a genius. You're a genius. Ironic, dude. You're a genius. Okay. For whatever reason, the root was set to that. Okay. Low. Okay. There we go. And yeah, you do not need this. Yeah, clear that out. You don't need it. Oh my god. Okay. Hopefully this actually fixes it. Okay, give me a second. That's how many hours I streamed. Did you stream for about 7? I'm assuming you streamed for like 7 hours, I'm assuming. Okay. Now let's see. Come on, please let it work. Ah, damn it. Okay, so it didn't quite work. So what else I was trying to click on this thing, it's not increasing the size of it. Jeez, you're streaming for 9 hours? What the heck were you doing? Okay. It was on because stream kept dying. Oh god. Yeah, that sounds brutal. Okay. There, Delta 2 for more spin, a little bit of power. Okay. Oh yeah, I heard good things. Well, actually, shoot, I play. It's like I streamed Power World, so I should know how good it is. All right. Yeah, still trying to figure out what is going on with this thing. Why is it not? Why is it not increasing? Wait. Oh man, I don't think it. No 3D. I don't think that should be a case.
Like so, to access our scale, and I'm going to go plus equals because we want to increase it. Now we want to increase it by whatever the size increase value is along the X, Y, and Z axis, okay? Because we don't want to just stretch our sphere along the X-axis or along the Y-axis. We want to increase it along all 3 axes uniformly, so it increases like basically in size. So to do this,
hold on. I wonder what this thing's called on balloon input event. Let me take that off. Let me see what happens. Let's try that. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Alright, that was just wishful thinking. Okay, this is so weird. Did I reconnect the signal? Oh, wait a minute. No, I did not. Okay, let me try reconnecting it. Granted, I have no idea how to reconnect the signal. Let's see. Okay. I'll disconnect that signal and then... Wait, where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, wait. Oh. Sorry, you'll have to be... It's like, you'll have to be patient with me. Okay. Okay, maybe that should do it? Well, one way to try. Okay. Yeah, cause I just saw... Yeah, cause you just remind me. Yeah, I didn't see the green arrow anymore. Let's see if... Let's see if event... Oh god, this is gonna be long. Is input... Let's see, input event, mouse... button and event dot button underscore index equals mouse button left and event dot pressed. Oh, whoops. All right. Then scale plus equals, what was it? Oh god, man, the amount of stuff a coder needs to remember. Whew. Vector 3 dot 1. Oh god. Dot 1 multiplied by size increase. When you can't see your keyboard, man. It's like my brother recently got a new desk. I kind of want a new desk myself. Okay. Oops. All right, let's try this. Hopefully this will do it. Oh, thank God! Oh, finally! Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much, Ironic. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Finally, it's increasing in size. Oh, thank God. Man, that thing was stumping me for a while. Okay, now I can add the rest of the code. Yeah, click. Oh yeah, let me also write this down. Node and is connected. Connection established with green input icon. Okay. Right. Then clicks to pop is minus equals. Oh wait. Was that what it was? Hold on. Oh right. And I set it to 1. So then we can set up, and then we set up the variable of an if statement. If clicks to pop equals 0. Let's see. Then then let's queue free. Alright, so far it doesn't hate me yet, so. Oh, and I'll set that to, well actually, we'll keep it at 3. Alright, let's see this. Alright, and then, if I did this right, it should disappear. 1, 2, 3. Perfect! Okay! Oh, thank God. Godot expert, clearly. Yeah, and I am, it's like I am just complete beginner. I just finished the intro to the Godot course, and I'm slowly remembering some of the stuff there, but yeah, now I'm trying the mini game course so that yeah, learn a little bit more stuff. But yeah, thanks a lot.
Yes, what we are going to do.
Okay,
is we're gonna
so
go
let me
plug-
skip
we're
ahead.
gonna do it in a script that gets destroyed with 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. So that is how we can increase the size of our balloon and then pop it once it reaches a certain threshold. Now what we need to do is add in our scoring system.
Right.
Now the scoring system is going to be done on another script because to keep track of a score, we probably don't want to do it in a script that gets destroyed whenever a balloon is popped. So to do this, we...
Alright. Let me keep a note of that. Keeping score.
We are going to be creating a brand new script called Balloon Manager. And to do this, I am going to be storing this script here on our root node. If you do have any management nodes, you can store it on your root node, or you could create a new empty node inside of your tree here to store it, but I'm just going to add it on the root node just for convenience. So I'm going to select the main node right here, go to the inspector, and I'm going to create a new script called Balloon Manager. Okay, hit create. That's going to create a new script right here, and it also should be added to your balloon popper folder. If not, you can just drag it in. So for this script, we aren't going to be using the ready or process functions, so we can delete those right there. And what we're going to do is create a variable called score, okay, of type int, and it's going to be equal to 0 by default. Then we create our own custom function called increase score. Increase score is going to have a parameter called amount because certain balloons might give more score than others. And then inside of the function, we're just simply going to go score plus equals amount.
Wait, did he go over like what exactly is increase score? I mean that function.
Right there. And what we're going to do is create a variable called score, okay, of type int, and it's going to be equal to 0 by default. Then we can create our own custom function called increase score.
Oh, it's its own custom function. Okay, I was wondering about that. I'll create the.
Because certain balloons might give more score than others. And then inside of the function, we're just simply going to go score plus equals amount, like so. Now it's going to be a bit of a challenge to actually see what our score is every time we pop a balloon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then go print score, just so we can see it in the output. So I'm going to save that. We are then going to go back to our balloon, and what we're going to do here is basically access the main root node here. We are then going to call the increase score function from that script. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need to actually
Wait, how do you do
root node
what?
here. We are then going to call the increase score function from that script. So how do we do that? Well, first of
okay, so call the I probably wrote that down right.
First of all, we need to actually get the root node. Now, to get the root node, what we're going to do is if we go down here, just before we destroy the balloon, we want to do this, okay? We don't want to call that function after we destroy the balloon. So I'm going to call the get underscore node function right here. Now, get node basically can find you a node and give you access to it. And in order to access the root node, we first of all need to go in quotation marks /root/, and this accesses the utmost position in our root node tree here for the scene. And to access the main node, we then just need to add in main.
Oh.
Okay. And then if you want to access anything any deeper, we then could go, for example, /camera 3D, and that would give us the camera 3D node right here. But we just want the main node, so I'm just going to add in main like that, and then go dot increase score, and then send over the score to give. Okay, just like that. We just go dot, and then we call the function name with the parameter being sent over here. So that is how we can increase our score. Let's save this. So
score to give.
that is how we can increase our score. Let's save this, play it, and see if it works. So keep an eye down here on the output, as that is where we should be seeing our score pop up. So I'm going to click on the balloon 5 times and pop. There we go. It now says 1. So let's have a go at actually putting in multiple balloons now. What I'm going to do is back in our 3D environment here.
Hold on. Because, man, that was a lot. Alright. So then... my back. And equals, pretty sure I set that to 0. And custom function. Oh, func is increase. Oh wait, increase score. This is for the score. Oh wait, whoops. Amount score plus equals amount. Then print score. Okay. Then we can go ahead and save that out. Then go back over here. Drop that down. Now get underscore node. Then we just type in the directory of it. Hoo-wee. Increase score, then score to give. All right. Hopefully that works, and hopefully I set that up correctly because not always the most confident, but let's see. Okay, and then loading it up. So here's the balloon, and then I just gotta check the text. 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn! That thing. Yeah, I fucked up with that one. That thing. That was like something happened that just crashed it. So it's like attempt to call, increase score in base, null instant. Oh, fuck. No wonder. That's I did it exactly as it was. Oh please, Christ, for the love of God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright, now where can I find the output? Okay, debugger. Okay, yeah, that's why, because I forgot. He named his thing main. I called mine root. Okay. That should cause it to not self-exploderate. Alright, let's try it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there we go. It blows up, and I get a score of 1. Alright, we're all caught up. But man, I was just like, it was like when it exploded, I was like, oh damn, that thing blew up my. It was like that thing took the program with it.
We are first of all going to turn this balloon into a scene so that it can actually be duplicated and carry over any changes that we make to it. So I'm just going to click and drag on the balloon down to the balloon popper folder. We're going to call this one balloon.tscn. You carry over any change to a scene back. So let's have a go at actually putting in multiple balloons now. What I'm going to do is back in our 3D environment here. We are first of all going to turn this balloon into a scene so that it can be duplicated and carry over any changes that we make to it. So I'm just going to click and drag on the balloon down to the balloon popper folder. We're going to call this one balloon.tscn. Save that. There we go. It is now a scene. And what we can then do is duplicate and reposition these balloons around however we see fit. There we go. We can then play, and if I go to begin popping these balloons, you can see it says 1 down here in the output, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there we go. We have the ability now to keep track of our score.
Alright.
It's a bit awkward having to look down here in the output, so in the next lesson, we are going to be setting it up so that we have some text here displaying our score and updating whenever it increases.
Okay,
and
good.
We're also going to be looking at how we can set up different values for these variables here inside of our balloon script for each of these individual instances, because right now they all share the exact same variable values, 5, 0.21, but what if we want to have a balloon that it takes longer to pop? Well, we are going to be looking at how we can set that up in the next lesson. So I'll see you all then.
Okay, that's a lot. So, let me first catch up with this thing. Oh, well, all I really need to do is just go over here, go down here, and put it over here, set it up as a, as its own little scene. Alright. And replace it with the branch, so now we can do this. And then we could just keep, and let's kind of like move a couple now wherever we want. Yeah. I think I still see them. Alright. And let's see. Will that still work? Oh my god. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, I can still pop them, thankfully. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. I set it up so that the camera's kind of weird. So yeah, let me actually put some of these lower. Yeah, instead of like higher, these should be way lower. There we go. Okay. That works. So let's see. We'll head over to the next lesson. Am I happy with the course? Ask me later. I am pretty happy though.
Welcome back everyone. In this lesson we are going to be finishing off our balloon popper mini project by first of all setting it up so that we can actually have different values for each of our balloons, because right now all of our balloons have the exact same clicks to pop, the same size increase, and the same score to give. So how can we have one balloon, for example, require more clicks? Well, to do this, we are going to go to our balloon script and we are going to add the keyword at export before the variable definition right here. And what this does is it basically tells the variable that we are exporting it, and this means
Never. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
if we save the script and teleport before the variable definition right here. And what this does is it basically tells the variable that we are exporting it, and this means if we save the script and go select our balloon, you'll see in the inspector we have a clicks to pop property. And this basically means that we can change the value of this variable independent of each other balloon. Okay.
Let's see.
So for example, this center balloon, let's just say it only requires 2 clicks to pop, whereas the one on the top right requires 8. We can save that, we can play, and if I click on the middle balloon, you'll see 2 pops and it's gone. The other ones all require 5 still, except for the one at the top right, which requires 8. So that is how we can modify those variables per instance on each of our balloons. So let's also go ahead and add that export to each of our other variables as well, and we can of course modify that as we see fit. So now what we need to
All right, let me actually take a look at that myself. Oh god. Hey. Export. And then we'll do this. Oh. 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 Hey, there we go. And save that out, and then head back to the 3D. Let's see. Yep, and there it is right there on the right. So now we have the clicks to pop, increase size. So I'm gonna set that to like 10. And then let's see, I'll set that to 3. Make the size increase to like 0.9. Scored again. Look at that. Make that like a 3. I'll keep that normal, and then we'll make that slightly big. I mean, slightly bigger to give a couple more points. Okay, and then let's try it out. Boop, 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 boop. Oh boy, there we go. I was like, did all that, and it only gave me 1. Well, that gives me 4. That gives me 7. I mean, oh, okay, I see. Alright, so far so good.
Is set up some UI text to display our current score. And to do that,
Yeah, if we're doing it.
Creating a new node, and this is going to be a node called label. Now, label is a control node, which is basically Godot's UI system. Tell a node is of type control if it is green. So we're going to create that label right here, and you'll see it switches us over into 2D mode, and that is because when we work with UI elements, you know, these are 2D things that are basically being stuck on our screen. So of course we are going to be working in 2D. Now the way we work with UI elements and control nodes is a bit different than normal nodes, okay? We're able to move nodes around in 3D space, rotate them, scale them, but that works a bit different in 2D, I mean in UI. So first things first, you can see here that we have this sort of orange box with a bunch of these little dots around the outsides. Well, what we can do is click and drag on that box to move it around. We can also click and drag on these dots to resize the element to however large we see fit. Now, you may also notice that there is this thin blue rectangle around the outside here.
Oh yeah, that's a camera again.
Our screen size.
Or a screen size?
Place this box, that is where it's going to be relative to our screen. But I'm just going to move this to the top left corner here and resize it about so. Now what we can do is go over to the inspector, and you'll see there is a box here that says text. And this is, if we type stuff down, that is where that text will appear. So I'm just going to write score, colon, and then we'll go 0, okay? And that's what it looks like here. Now, if we press play, you'll notice that our score is at the top left corner. But it's very small, so how do we make it bigger?
Okay, this is the ultimate 10-hour Godot tutorial. Oh man, if only. No, this is going to be the this lesson is going to be the last one for tonight, because holy shit, I've been going for 3 hours. I wasn't even expecting to go that long. But shoot, me talking at the beginning of the stream really helped things. I mean, helped things a lot. Not to mention, I need to get dinner. I need to get dinner at some point. All right, but okay, let me create this stuff. Let's see. Add the label. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's like, even though it's like not the most interesting stream, especially when I'm yeah, absolute complete amateur at all of this. Yeah, I'm happy for anyone that stops by and got some enjoyment out of it. But yeah, when it comes to like making games, we always gotta start from somewhere. Especially, I need to make this dream come alive. That said, I'm hoping like we can find someone that can do the coding for us, cause man. Like being in charge of 3D models, let's see, charge of the character design, the 3D models, the 3D animations and everything, I was like, holy shit. But I'm pretty sure it's like people can make a game like with just one person. It's just gonna take like a billion years, but it'll be made at some point. All right.
Well, to do that, we have to go to the inspector. Go to where it says label settings, and we want to create a new label settings.
Doesn't gonna talk to you more, but inconsistent internet does that to you. Oh man, God, I feel you on that. Cause yeah, when the internet's super inconsistent, yeah, it's the worst. But hey, it is what it is. Don't worry about it. Drop down.
Now we can click on it, and that's going to open up this little window here.
Ah.
We're going to go font and font size. And what we can do is just increase that font size to however large we want. Press play again, and there we go. Now I'm also going to go ahead and rename this node here to the score text. And then what we want to do is actually connect it to our score, because right now...
Wait, how do you get that thing to, let's see.
Settings, and we want to create a new label settings. Now we can click on it.
Oh, okay, that's how we did it.
This node, and there we go.
Okay, because I was like, wait, how do you do that? I was like, oh, okay, he clicked on it. Hopefully, I'll get super OP Wi-Fi car and router eventually. This smooth sailing on the ocean bandwidth for life. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's always good to hear. Well, oh wait, that's line spacing. Oh no! Right. Oh, okay, there we go. Coping skills 100. Hey, we all gotta cope. Like, if we don't be huffing that copium, then sometimes we just can't make it. It's like sometimes we just gotta take as much as we can get. Hell, I'm huffing a bunch of copium of me making a full game one of these days, learning all these skills.
Now I'm also going to go ahead and rename this node here to be score.
Cope and Sneed, yeah.
And then what we want
My
to do
Cope and
is
Sneed.
connect it to our score, because right now
Oh, you just
I'm gonna
named
go
it.
ahead and rename this node here to be score text. And then what we want to do is actually connect it to our score, because right now, it doesn't really do anything, this text. So let's connect it up to our balloon manager script.
Alright.
So here in the balloon manager script, what we are going to do is we are going to create a new variable, call this one our score text, and it is going to be of type label. Now, in order
Interesting. So you can call it a type label.
to link this score text node to this variable here, what we need to do is add in the export tag, and this is going to allow us to just click and drag it in. And then down here in the increase score function, we are going to replace this.
Oh, right, because it's going to create that option again.
Print line of code with score text dot text equals, and what we want to do is basically have a string which looks like a score colon and then whatever amount of score we have. Now to do this, we are going to use a function called basically combines values, combines strings and other variables in order to make one whole string. So in here, we're going to have a string, and we're going to go score, colon, add a space because we do want a space for the number, then add a comma, and the second parameter is going to be our score. So this str variable, this str function, is basically going to combine these two things together into one string. So we can save that, and we can then go back into our scene here. We can select our main node, and you'll see here where it says score text, we need to assign it. So I'm going to click assign, and then we can click and select the score text.
Wait, what did he select?
We can select our main node, and you'll see here where it says score text, we need to assign it. So I'm going to click assign, and then we can click and select the score text node, hit OK, and then if we press play, you'll notice that we can begin popping our balloons. And there we go, score of 1, score of 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is how we can get our score text up and running, and that is also a basic look at the UI system inside of GODOT. There are many other things you can do with buttons, labels.
Okay. Alright. That was a lot. So now we just gotta get back over to here, get over here, replace this out. Bada bing. Oh, right. And then also we gotta create the variable score text with with a type label. Then down here is where we set the let's see, score underscore text dot text, holy shit, equals str my score bing bing that comma score. Now I'm starting to see why whenever when Neuro was mocking Beetle for saying like, oh, that's all you do is copy paste, you just copy paste. I'm like, after going through this shit, I now understand why you would copy paste. Just copy paste some of this shit, because god damn, writing all this down, or typing all this shit out. Oh man. Oh right. Then score text, we need to export that shit. Like Control C, Control V. That's why I do that for life. Just do that for life. Alright, then we'll assign that this thing. Okay, now provided I did all that correctly. Let's see, did we do it correctly? Please tell me we did it correctly. Yay! Yes, we did it correctly! Oh man, let me actually, restart it again. Alright, we did it correctly. Like, click this thing a billion times. 1. There. Add 3 points. Add 3 more points. That's 1. And that's that. We did it. We finally... Okay, we did it. We finished this part of the lesson. And now, for the final part of everything.
Input fields, drop-down menus. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Go ahead, experiment. And that is our balloon popper minigame complete.
And now the last part of this whole lesson, which is the quiz. All right, time to put my Time to put my thinking cap on. Shoot, unfortunately, I have no idea there is a thinking cap. Yeah, all we have to do is believe. You gotta believe! Alright, so what are we doing with this line of code? Scale plus minus vector 3.1 times size increase. Okay, so let's see. From the choices, we are increasing our scale on all axes by an increased size amount. Okay. We are increasing the scale of our balloon by 1. Let's see. We are setting the scale of our balloon to 1. Okay, yeah, no, it's this one. Alright, when we put @export before creating a variable, what does that do? It makes your that variable afloat. No, it doesn't. It saves the variable value to a file. No. It allows us to modify the value in the inspector. Yes. It makes it so that we cannot change the value. Okay, yeah, it's this one, number 3. Holy fish cakes, man. We have to respect code. Dude, this is like, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you do something yourself and know how hard it is, you immediately get way more respect for the people that do it. Like, this Live 2D model, I did all of this myself. Let's see, drawing it out, separating all the layers, rigging it in Live 2D Cubism. After I did the entire process, I went, okay, now I see why all the Live 2D artists and riggers, they charge as much as they do for a reason. There is, like, the amount of work that goes into this, I'm like, dude, if you get below $500 for a decent model, you're coming out, it's like, you're well, what's that saying? You're making out like a bandit. Cause shoot, like, getting some decent rigging, that's up in the hundreds, especially if you're doing it all from scratch. Like, shoot, that's hitting the thousands if you're doing it for doing that all yourself. But some people like do it way cheaper. If we want to combine strings with others or combine strings with other values, what function do we use? Oh, okay, so str. Yeah, so combine strings with other strings. With other values. Then, how do we access our scene's root node? Oh, yeah, this one. So, get node, and then root/main. And then, let's see, did we do it right? Ooh, 4 out of 4. Let's fucking go. Oh, man. And it's like, don't stop now, though. There's always more to learn. No. We are stopping here for tonight. We are almost 3.5 hours into this, and that was a lot. That was a lot to that lesson. Oh my god. Whew. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys enjoyed chatting it up as I was scratching my brain the entire time, just trying to figure out where the hell do I put some of this shit. Oh, Coco Melipan is streaming. We are going to, yes, indeed, we will be rating. Shoot, I've actually never rated her before. She just stops inside of my whatchamacallit, my chat. So this will be a nice little change of pace. So yeah, we're gonna be rating Coco Melipan. I hope it shows up on your guys' end. Hold on, let me redo that, because for some reason, hold on, let me restart the raid. Let me restart it because it's saying like, oh, I only have one person. No, we got at least 2 people in here. Now do it right, Twitch. Okay, hopefully it's showing up on your end. It's like, imagine coding developers back when they used to make Mario or Pokemon, dude. Oh man, shoot. I'm just imagining like the absolute madness that was probably coding Doom. Like coding Doom to where you can put Doom on anything. You can put Doom on a pregnancy test. You can load Doom onto a scientific calculator. You can load Doom. It's like you can load Doom on anything. Like that is the most impressive type of code that I have ever seen. it just by how absolutely versatile it is. Alright, in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We're gonna, let's see, if you guys are members, we're just gonna give her the Oni raid. Let's give her the Oni raid. Yeah, it's like she's probably knee deep in some Tetris action right there. But yeah, I'll be back again on Saturday unless I do a gorilla on Friday. But anyways, have a good morning and afternoon wherever you guys are at. I'll see you all next time and take care.